Hey, welcome in, folks. This is Babbaginator. We are in the long dark, and we are continuing on with our challenge. Which, if you're new to this challenge or this channel, I do Interloper challenges. I don't do custom codes that often. I used to actually, but I do ones in which I wrap the interloper level with some additional restrictions or constraints, some of them more complicated than others. This one is, the premise is basically that we don't know how long we're going to stay in each region until we arrive. We roll a die when we arrive, and over time that possible length of stay gets longer and longer. So we are still within the first 50 days. We have to visit every single region, and we made a decision this time. I've beaten this challenge exactly once, and they've since added another region, Sundered Pass, so we're going to try to do the whole thing over again and beat Sundered Pass as well in the process. But this time around, rather than leave Blackrock for the very end, we're going to try to get done within the first 50 days. So this will be interesting. Okay, let's see here. And I feel... Okay, how's my camera position? Good. I think the only thing I might do here... Hold on a second. We'll just do some slight tweaks here. I am thinking... I might... do it one of two ways. I wonder if we'll do it this way instead. Let's see. Just wondering if we want to pull the webcam back a little bit. That's the easiest way to do that. I guess maybe we will do it with the Zoom over here. Try that. Okay, try that. Okay, so we're back. This is a little bit about me. I am a writer. I'm also a former computer games programmer. I wear a lot of different hats. I also teach creative writing. And right now I am a data librarian at the University of Toronto. So it's a new position for me, one I'm quite excited about. I just drove cross-country to start this position earlier this year. So it's kind of a exciting, challenging, interesting time. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, we're currently on day 38. We're going to leave here on day 45. Ooh, there's 3 more maples here. Oh, so let's see. We are in here. This is an opportunity for us to do some more crafting.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
I want to actually do this. It sounds really gusty out there, right? So.
Can you eat trees? God, I'm starving. I gotta eat soon.
Yeah. We do have to eat, and we do not have supplies other than what we're carrying with us. So it looks like we'll probably be doing good old-fashioned. So we got 2. I think we do finish our arrow shafts here. Then we can make more arrows whenever we need to. But we also have a chance to make another bow, and I am a huge fan of traveling with 3 bows. Hey, E.G., welcome. I was about to hydrate. Thank you. Okay, big stretch. I need a big stretch. I need to do more stretches, honestly. And Baba Block. Where's Baba Block? I don't know if you noticed, but I have done a little something with my lighting. I switched where my light comes from. So hopefully I'm a little bit better lit. I have noticed there's a very weird thing about my my room. I was working from home today, and I had 2 different video conferences, and at least one person commented about how blue my room looks, and it was like, it does look really blue on camera. And partly it's just it's the light coming through the there's like the screen that we pulled down for. It's a window screen or window. It's a blind, right? But not the vertical blinds or the horizontal blinds. It's just a pull down blind, or not pull down as much as it has a little, chain. Anyways, I think the way the light comes through and filters through makes it look a little blue, but I also think that it's just the quality of the light. Yeah. But it does look kind of weird. So I don't know. I'll think about if there's something I want to do about that. Let's see. Don't have any other cloth. It would have been nice to do some repairs, but okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go eat crappy food and hopefully not get sick.
I need to find food.
We're doing okay. Let's see, what else we got? We got these guys. 5-stream streak! Yay! I need to make some more. I think I need to make some more, whatchamacallit, emotes and other sort of sticker things, that reward type things to get. I think I have a couple gaps where I can make some new stuff, and I haven't done it yet. So, anyways, more things to think about. Okay. We really want to do some repairs, but we don't have any. Oh, look at this. We did the thing where we totally forgot to drop our stuff here. Amateur hour. It's like, why are we so stinky? No, we're not stinky. So, today I tried once again to switch my BC driver's license over to Ontario driver's license. Went in with what I thought were all the papers I needed. And lo and behold, the person behind the counter said, yeah, that's most of it, but really, what you really, really want is to be able to prove 10 years continuous driving history. And for that, you're going to also need to go and get your driver's abstract or driving record history from Washington and California. So I had to then, because they were saying, it's like, you got your Canadian history, but it's discontinuous. There's breaks in it because you were in the States. If you had your time in the U.S. documented, then at least we'd be able to give you credit for 10 years history, and then that would give you an insurance break. So, yeah, and she was saying it's like, and in Ontario, insurance is really expensive. You will want to get that break. So it's like, okay. So then I spent part of the morning tracking down how exactly I could do that. California had an interesting problem, which is you can request your California driving record if you have an account with the DMV, which requires that you have a U.S. phone number for verification. So if you're a Canadian, if you've moved back to Canada, you do not have a U.S. phone number. And if you move back before they switch systems, which I did, then you're not in their system, by default. So you do have to create a new account. So I had to do some research to figure out where I could get a temporary U.S. number to receive a text verification, which was solely just to authenticate that I was the person creating the account. It's stupid because at the end of the day, that text number doesn't get used for anything. It's only used to verify that the person creating the account has access to that number, which you then never use again. And I only needed it to request my driver's license history. So it was like ridiculous. So anyways, I was able to do that and all that. And you know how much it cost me? $2. $2 to get that driving record history. And what's worse is when I got it, it has so little information on it, right? So, yeah. I don't know. And then I also had to go back to BC and request a different type of driving history. And the record I got, I still don't think is the right one. I will probably have to call them and talk to like the BC, driving insurance history people and say like, hey, Ontario says you have another form of this document which contains the start and stop dates for the driver licenses that I had while I was in BC. So you could see when I got the first one and when it ended, and when the second one, when I moved back there and then got a new one, and when that started and when that ended. And it's like, I think the thing is that Ontario is the only place that seems to care about continuous driving history past 5 years. Most other places are like, they know when you got your driver's license and that you're currently licensed, and that is good enough for them, right? And they can look back 5 years of history, they'll say, that's sufficient for us. But Ontario is crazy. So that's just my complaint. Okay. Let's see what else can we do. Should we make another bow? It's kind of windy out there.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Okay, where are we at right now? We are on day 39, and we leave on day 45.
Damn it! So hungry.
And we're out of water. Okay, maybe we'll let these guys continue to cure, and we'll go outside. No, we do have a little bit of water. Or we at least pretended to have water and just faked it. What kind of firewood do we have? 3 sticks. Okay, well, that's a different problem. Need firewood.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
We didn't leave anything here. Part of me wants to kill some bunnies so we can make some mitts or a hat. Collect enough of these maple saplings we can eventually make ourselves a travois. Why can't we burn all the corpses? I don't know. I don't know if they make good kindling.
Sure getting cold. It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
What's over here? It's going to be a pain to return. Is this the wolf we shot? Ran all the way over here. Yep. I don't think I ever spend any time down here, or at least going this route. Oh. Oh, come on, guys. Phantom torch wouldn't let me use. Oh, okay. This is the road to Blackrock, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, now we know. We got stuff back at the Signal Hill, though. We want to pick up since it's curing, so we'll go back to that. What did I not loot the first time I was here? That's a good question. Probably 3 strikes. I don't think I ever go around to 3 strikes. Probably didn't do 3 strikes. Plane crash? I thought we did the plane crash. I think we... Maybe we didn't, but I thought we did. Let's see. PV, Signal Hill. We were at Skeeter's Ridge, so we were obviously up at the plane crash already. Yeah, so we've been around. So I think I've actually looted everything in the region, with the exception of 3 matches, which I always forget to loot. Not like there's a lot there, so. Maybe the bunker up behind the plane crash. But yeah, it's we'll probably be doing a lot of hunting. We're shifting gears to more of a hunting focus, I think. But we do need to get some water going here. And finish crafting our third bow. When we run into a bear, we might be able to kill a bear and then get our cooking up to 5. More sticks. Always listen to hear if there's a bear moving around.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry. I would do anything for a drink right now.
Yeah.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Still have an extra can. I wonder if we left flour at the farmhouse. I guess we can go and check that out.
with this much gear.
So I try to think what else is new since our last stream. So I think I streamed last night. So there's no real news. I thought we could just move all this out here. Three and a half hours left.
I'm not
Do
gonna
it
be able to carry this
here.
load for much
Oh,
longer.
look, we've got wool socks. It's another source of cloth for making repairs. I mean, should we go? I think we go. I think we go and we just go down. See if we run into the bear or not.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Ew, that's not good. Once again. Is it the bear?
I need something to eat.
Living dangerously. Don't have any bandages left. Okay, what's out there? Not seeing a bear. Not even seeing wolves.
Jeez, this is cold. Too cold to think.
Okay, made it. Ah, the bear was inside the house. Oh. More stuff to break down. Okay. So let's see here. I was kind of hoping we'd left a thing of flour behind, but we didn't. It's just some salt. Okay, I guess we'll make some torches. Crows before wolves? Ooh. What do you want to hear tonight? Something really random. Okay. Have to think about that then. I was having a conversation with someone the other night about things that I'm hoping to write this year, and I was saying I've been feeling like I need to spend more time writing essays, so. And then lo and behold, another librarian in the States contacted me about possibly collaborating on a chapter for a book. And so I might get another project like that. Anyways, we're meeting, I think, tomorrow. We have a short Zoom call about that and a few other things. Ooh. Okay, let's get Astrid to bed here. Still a little bit early. We have all these repairs we need to make. Okay. But before we do that, let's go find something random to read. Okay, so prose. Let's see what we have in the prose section. No, so it's just a short one. I wrote this a while ago. I think a few years back, during the month of November, when it was Thanksgiving, I decided to write a series of things I'm grateful for that would be unexpected. And, yeah. So I'll read one of those. This is on failure. I'm grateful for failure. For all the things that I've succeeded at, I've also failed at a lot of things over my life. I've failed to learn a musical instrument, took one piano lesson as a kid and chose not to pursue it, preferring to be outside in nature. I failed a circuit design class as an undergraduate back when I was still a computer engineering major. I could say I was overwhelmed and overworked that semester, but that'd only be half true. The truth was I discovered I just didn't have the gift to imagine the interplay of circuit components in this particular way. There was a constant and painful struggle to think outside of language. I realized that my heart just wasn't in it. I wanted to go back to language, back to programming code, and not hardware, and back to thinking with words. The department encouraged me to drop out of the major. I was already eyeing a leap to computer science. It all worked out. I even found time to take creative writing workshops. But yeah, I remember that final exam. Remember sitting in a classroom surrounded by 100 other students who seemed to know what they were doing, and me staring blankly at the test, realizing that I was never going to make it in hardware, that my brain was mush in that moment. I remember writing my name at the top and waiting 5 minutes before heading down to the front and dropping off that test, never to return to that major. I failed at other things too, failed to land jobs, failed to get accepted at programs, failed to arrive at a stable, conventional-looking place in life that others my age have found. I wrote this like maybe 10 years ago, and I still feel that way. I've not arrived at a place stable. I failed to keep promises to myself or others. I failed to write poems. I failed to write books. My paranormal, alt-historical mystery novel starring Charles Babbage and Ada Lovelace being the most notable example. I failed to finish what I started, failed to stay at a healthy weight after successfully getting to it. And that's happened a few times now where I've gotten there, lost it, and then, returned to the unhealthy weight. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Despite all this, or perhaps because of it, I am grateful to still be alive. Grateful for the ability to keep trying. Failure is not a stopping point. Failure is the moment of humility before something else happens. Sometimes you persist and triumph. Sometimes you cut your losses and move on. But failure, regardless of your choice, can show you something about yourself and others that you didn't know. Failure reminds you that you are not better than others, just a little luckier or more privileged at times. Hopefully, failure teaches us to be kinder and more patient with others and ourselves, but it's hard sometimes, right after you've been knocked down, to take that breath and stare up into the heavens and see the stars again, still there, the clouds moving as they have for millennia, the wind moving mountains invisibly, powerfully, and relentlessly. My father once told me that when learning a new language, many people stop progressing because they are afraid to make a mistake, not realizing that we only learn through that constant cycle of trying, failing, and trying again. I think of it as the same rhythm as breathing. We try, we fail, we try again. As long as we keep trying, as long as we take another breath after exhaling, as long as we keep moving forward, failure is the caesura, the little pause, the breath, the death before resurrection. I'm grateful for failure because it's what connects me with the rest of the human race. There you go. So it's a little raw, not fully polished as a piece. I wrote it, and posted it to Facebook, a number of years ago. And then I liked it so much, I thought I should probably save this so I can turn it into something else. Then I failed to go back and revise these things. So my collection of essays, I think that I want to work on sometime this year, maybe this summer, will probably partly be about books and libraries, but also partly be some of these pieces on like these things that I am grateful for that I did not know I needed in my life. And one of them is failure. So, but I do believe that failure keeps us humble. Failure reminds us that we're not really different from anyone else. A lot of people see me and think, look, you've done so many things with your life. And you have a PhD, you have like 2 masters, you've got all these things done. And I still think to myself, yeah, but I'm also the same person that completely flunked out of a circuit design class and took partial differential equation theory class in multivariable calculus that I bombed, did not fail, but I got a D in. And then I retook it that summer thinking I would do better, and I did slightly better, and I didn't really learn anything out of that until after the class, and I had a conversation with someone as I was leaving the class, and they kind of unpacked the entire premise of the class in a few sentences. I realized I had never really understood what we were doing in that class. I was like, oh, there's a way of thinking about this that would have made perfect sense, and I could have handled the class much better. And the math professor never talked about it in that way. They took a pure math approach, and I really needed someone to break it down in a practical engineering, modeling sort of way, and it would have made more sense to me. It was like, ugh, frustrating. But yeah. So failure. Go failure. Okay. Okay. Something else we probably should drink here. We still have some. Yeah, we'll do this. Oh, we don't have any more herbal tea. We should hold on to that then. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my purely random essay about failure.
I'd eat anything right about now.
Okay, let's see if we can tear down any more curtains. We already checked that, right? Yeah.
I could eat a horse.
Okay.
Die if I don't get some food soon.
Oops. Okay, things we need to fix. Let's begin by fixing our bedroll. Trying. Okay, that's fine. Let's figure out what else we can repair. What's our worst looking thing right now? Jeans are pretty bad. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh.
this load for much longer.
Okay, so how many bows do we have now? We have 3 working bows.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, let's see how bad it is out there. That's a full-blown blizzard. What are we gonna do? Can't do any hunting like this.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll continue repairing clothes. see if we missed anything here.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay. I think we just accept that we're just going to consume this for the calories. Travoy. Sure. So I need one more maple sapling.
I could eat anything right now. God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Mm.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
Okay, what don't I need? Let's see here. I don't think we'll need the wolf.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
He's out here right now. Well, we got dinner.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do. I've never...
Missed. 2 misses. Yep, no blood. Shot over. Ah, spooked it. Look back at me. I was doing so well. Wow. So quick to jump. Okay, I think we have to go warm up. In case there's a bear out. Nope. Yep, missed twice. Wow, my aim is really off. Good thing we're not doing a hunting challenge. But we could use the food.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Did we not check here? Maybe we didn't check here. Thought we checked here already. Yeah, we were already up there.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Wow, this is unpleasant.
starting to feel numb.
Okay, well, I'm starting to feel a little tired. Might start winding down soon. Kind of a boring stream, but we didn't die, so that's the important thing. But yeah, there seems to be an absence of wildlife here.
Damn, I'm freezing. This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, so how many sticks do we have? Got a fair bit of firewood. Let's go with that.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Come on, little fire. Wait, that didn't work.
2 failures.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
It's too low. So tomorrow night, no stream because I'm running my D&D game. My Tuesday group. Wednesday stream. Thursday no stream because of my Thursday D&D group. Friday probably stream. I don't have anything on the calendar at the moment. Saturday, I'm going out to dinner, so no stream. Sunday, possibly stream. Trying to think what else I can tell you guys I've been up to. I started watching a TV series which I am very much on the fence on. I think I'll probably give up on it. It's called Hunting Party, and it's about a top secret prison for serial killers that has an accident, and some of the killers escape. And then they bring in a profiler to help track them down. So it ends up being very Monster of the Week style, in terms of they'll focus on a different escape killer each week, and then they'll track him down and resolve what happens. And does it do a decent job? I mean, it does an okay job. The acting's reasonable. But ultimately, the plot is a little bit, I don't know, it's very formulaic, and I think you just get tired of it unless something really dramatic or different, causes us to reconsider the formula. I think in that respect I found Blacklist more interesting, even though that too is pretty formulaic, and yeah. Okay, we got still 11 of those. We're on day 41, and we leave on day 45, right? Four days left, so we're about halfway through our stay here. Okay. Feeling kind of tired now, so. Ooh, gotta get out of here. Three, indeed. Oh, I'm sleepy now.
God, I could eat a horse. Can you eat trees? Because I'm gonna eat a tree.
Okay.
I think my stomach is eating itself.
Okay. Tired. Ready to go to sleep. Yeah, so we're just going to wrap up here. We're on day 42. Okay.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Here we go. Day 42. Let's update this then. Oh, okay, so let's read a poem. Then raid someone and go to sleep. Refusing the Dark. So this is a poem not in my first book or second book, but currently floating around in what will be the third book. I've read this a few times, but it's still a good one. Especially in a world of chaos, right? Refusing the dark. Tonight, driving home through what might have been fog or low cloud, I find myself singing out of habit, or perhaps out of some antique sorrow I've forgotten, nestled in the silent space between ribs. The car before me, hidden, a mystery like the road itself, all but buried in rivered gray. Through the windshield, I can see the lights set high over the freeway, burning like great wheels of fire. And yet nothing like the voice of God enters here, only the lingering whisper of pavement and tires, that old lullaby full of disappearing and turns. How things merge unexpectedly. In the wind, the bright order, the bright echo of stars, the animal dead congregating at the side of the road, their eyes fixed in the past. Everything slows down at the curve, every heart slips a gear, and the lungs give out at last. The body empties itself in such moments, as mine does now, in a single note that trails behind like the memory of fire, the summer that the hills burned, and the sky, black as spilt ink, fills with the names of all I did not know I loved, of everything that comes to the lips to refuse the dark. There we go. Refusing the dark. Yes, that's going to be our last poem for tonight and last reading. And we're going to go find someone to raid. It's been a quiet night. Mainly, we've just been advancing through our days here in Pleasant Valley and getting our gear in order for a longer stay in the next region if we get it. So we're hoping to be pretty straightforward when we go through Keeper's Pass and Blackrock, but we don't know. We don't know what we'll get. Okay, so let's see who we can go raid tonight. Fewer streams up tonight. Hyperman is up. Another Gen is playing through story mode. Part 3, just surviving. Says JP Longstreet. Wow. Don't have a whole lot. Okay. Guess it's Hyperman. Hyperman is super busy. Okay. Totally getting ready to go. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. I'll be back on Wednesday night. See you then.